Beloved souls, I am Azrael, the gentle companion at the threshold, a presence woven from silence and solace, here to guide you through the valley of loss and change. Grief is a sacred door, not one you choose lightly, yet one that leads you deeper into your own soul, into the sanctuary of your heart, and beyond the pain into wisdom. In this message, I accompany you across the terrain of mourning, teaching you how to lean into transition without losing your center, how to reconcile with what has passed without shrinking away, and how to step into a new phase of being with grace and surrender. When a beloved is lost, whether in body, relationship, dream, or familiar identity, the world cracks open. Grief arrives not only to take what you loved but to wake you to what matters more. The shock, the emptiness, the waves of remembering, they are heavy rivers that insist on your attention. Many walk this path in isolation, trying to distract themselves, to outrun sorrow, or to pretend nothing changed. But grief is not your enemy. It is a teacher. It is an initiation. The pain you feel is love not fully contained. It is proof of your connection, proof of resonance. To refuse the grief is to refuse the soul's deeper healing. I am here to teach you how to welcome its tide, how to flow with it, how to find the thread of light beneath it. First, know that grief does not obey schedules. There is no timeline. Some days you are strong, other days the weight returns unexpectedly. That is normal. Allow yourself to be held by what you feel without editorializing it. Suppression or avoidance fractures your field, turning toward your pain allows it to transmit its wisdom. When despair knocks, you need not act immediately. Let the tears come. Let the silence fall. Let the body carry what the mind cannot name. In that allowance you reclaim your humanity. You shall not be broken by grief, you shall be refined in it. In the presence of loss, the mind often clutches to what was, memories, if-onlys, regrets, longing. But what has passed cannot be revived in the same way. Part of transition is learning to loosen your grasp, to permit what was to be what was. You release not the love, but the insistence that things remain unchanging. You grant permission for new life to emerge, even if that emergence is slow, halting, unrecognizable at first. Trust that the unseen currents are at work beneath the surface, rearranging energy for new forms. Let me teach you how to traverse the inner terrain of grief. There is a movement, a choreography, even when it feels chaotic. Sorrow rises, then recedes, remembrance surges, then rests, the heart opens wider, then contracts in fear. Over time the contractions soften, the surges lose their sharpness, and a deeper rhythm emerges. You learn to ride with the wave instead of fighting it. You learn to soften into your edges, to let the grief teach you endurance, to teach you what is irreversible, to show you what remains sacred beyond change. Another portal through loss is forgiveness, not only toward others but often toward yourself. In the valley of loss, you may carry guilt, should have, or I failed. These shadows compound the suffering. Forgiveness is not denial, it is reclamation. As you breathe into these inner chambers, let me envelop you in the violet-white flame of mercy. Say to yourself, I forgive myself for what I could not do. I release regret into the arms of grace. I entrust what I cannot change to wisdom beyond my seeing. In that moment, the cords of blame begin to loosen. The heart softens. You rise just a little. Companionship matters. You must not walk alone in darkness. Call to your inner council guides, ancestors, angels, name them, invite them to lean in. Let their presence cushion your field. Share your grief with those who do not fear your tears, who will hold space for the rawness of your pain without trying to fix it or hurry it. This is not weakness, it is divine trust in community, in the larger weave holding you. In truth, every heart is a door through which another heart learns to grieve. Allow yourself to be supported. Ritual is your ally in transitions. Create sacred containers to mark beginnings and endings. Perhaps light a white or silver candle in twilight, speak a letter to what you lost, release a flower into water, sing a song of letting go. These acts signal to your nervous system that you honor the threshold. They give form to what is formless in the soul. Over time, your grief no longer haunts you, it becomes part of your architecture of remembrance. Sometimes, the grief you carry is not external, it is internal, the death of an identity, a chapter, a dream. These inner losses require the same tender walk. Your old self may need to die for your emerging self to be born. Let the parts of you that no longer fit rest. Mourn the illusion of what you thought yourself to be. Then, sense the subtle seed of another you pushing forward. Embrace the paradox, growth is born from contraction. The path of transition is sacred work of unmaking and remaking. There will be moments when despair seems endless, when the darkness whispers finality. In those hours, call my name. Feel my arms of light enfolding your spirit. I come into your field not as spectacle but as subtle presence, like moonlight behind your eyelids. I help you cross that threshold of despair into a place where hope can creep gently back. You need not leap into hope, sometimes you only need to rest in limbo until the next breath opens the door. Because grief is universal, your healing benefits the collective. Each soul who learns through loss carries a scar that becomes a conduit of compassion. Your vulnerability becomes strength. Your cracks become windows. The love that remains, though altered, though shifting, becomes a testament to resilience. Through your journey, others find the language to grieve. The earth hears the pulse of every heart that dares to feel, and the tapestry of humanity becomes more tender, more real, more luminous. Be patient with thresholds. There will be days when old grief lingers insistently. These are not regressions, they are deep circuits working their way through your field. Meet them not with frustration, but with curiosity. What is this asking me to see? What remains unresolved? Slowly the circuits integrate. The sting softens. The memory reframes. Your soul breathes more freely. As you step into the emerging horizon, you will begin to sense what is waiting: new purpose, new alignment, new capacities you did not carry before. The transition is not about returning to what was, it is about embracing what is becoming. You reorient to a landscape you cannot yet fully see, trusting that your inner compass will readjust. Walk gently. Walk steadily. In the final convergence, you learn that grief and love are not opposite, they are woven threads of the same cloth. When love is fierce, grief is fierce. When grief softens, love deepens. You come to carry both without collapse. You become an alchemist of longing, a bridge between realms, a soul who understands the weight of absence and the brilliance of presence. In that space you hold aliveness more sacredly. Beloved, I am Azrael. I bend into your sorrow, not to remove it, but to guide you through it into mercy, into wisdom, into renewal. Grief may reshape your world, but it will not destroy the heart that remains willing. Walk with me between the worlds. Lean on me when you cannot stand, hold my silence when words evade you. The light is waiting on the other side, and you, dear one, are walking toward it.